Yeah, last week was a lot of travel for our team. We had to play at Baylor and at Texas Tech, and I felt like we did a very good job in preparing for those two matches. Our captains did a really good job in teaching our younger players how to be prepared and play on the road in this conference. And when you're in part of a big conference, you've got to be ready to go each night. So our staff was very pleased with our ability to prepare and play at the level that we did. The areas that we've been focusing on in practice have really improved. Our blocking continues to improve. I believe we're still leading the country in blocking statistics, and it really showed in both of those matches. Against Texas Tech, we had 12 blocks through the first two games, which was something I've never been a part of, and thought we had a really good rhythm. And our middles have done a really good job in getting better at just being patient and reading and making good moves. We're obviously focusing on middles to be a little bit more involved in our offense and get a higher kill production and hitting percentage, and it's been a big part of that. And we're getting comfortable with our lineup, and that's a big part of it. And we know that we're trying to get balance with Hannah. She's doing a good job in terms of listening to our staff, and we're getting closer. We're not where we need to be, but I feel our players are putting in the effort to get there. And once we're able to get our middles hitting at a little bit better of a number and putting up some of those productions, I think our statistics will improve to what they need to be, I think, a contender. I think we're about probably 60 points below right now where we'd like to be, but that'll come with patience and our overall improvement of the game. The lineup has been really consistent for us over the last few matches. We're getting better production with Haley out of the backcourt, with our middles and Shadera on the right, and Hannah's doing a better job dumping the ball. So we're looking at some things that we like from our bench, and we'll continue to improve in those areas. But we've got some challenges ahead, and our team has to improve over the next few weeks because we've got some big matches coming up. First one starts off with TCU here on Wednesday night for Volley for the Cure. It's a great opportunity to bring some recognition for breast cancer awareness and to honor those who have survived. And we encourage everybody to come out on Wednesday night to be a part of that and get a good crowd against TCU. Then we are off on another road trip to Kansas State, who is only has one loss on the season, is very strong and obviously very competitive at home. So we'll have our hands full there. And then we're going to do a quick turnaround and go straight to Louisville on Sunday morning and play there Monday night. We decided to get that match. One is they're a quality opponent, but two, it's the location of where the Final Four will be, should we be able to advance at that level. So we've got some big challenges ahead, but it's going to be some great opportunities to see where we stand in the conference. Right now we're 4-0 with the ability to go 6-0 this week, and then also get comfortable with playing hopefully at a site down the road at the Final Four at Louisville. So we're looking forward to it. It's a good time for our team to continue to improve and be challenged a little bit here over the next few weeks.
You happy with where the team is right now at this point in the season?
Yeah, for what we've been able to accomplish, I think we've got a lot of young players out there, and I'm confident in terms of the areas that we've been working on. Our blocking is really good. This may be the best blocking team we've had since I've been here, potentially. And our defense continues to improve, which we put a lot of stress on over the last few weeks. And we will get more comfortable in terms of getting more offensive production out of the players that we want to, finding some ability to get the kill production higher, but also the hitting percentage. And we have the athletes to be able to do that. And, it's a lot of it's getting comfortable with our players that are on the floor, and it'll be a key component for us being able to really take the next step for our team.
After playing Baylor and Texas Tech, do you feel like they're more comfortable on the road?
They're getting there. Yeah, we haven't played a lot of matches on the road. We were at Penn State, and then we were at West Virginia on that first road trip. But even on Wednesday night against Baylor, it was a little bit took a little time to get comfortable in that match, and we did a much better job at Tech. So they're getting to the point where they're getting comfortable on the road. We'll face obviously a lot of road matches here coming up. So that's good for us. But our biggest thing right now is focusing on TCU and getting prepared for them.
More focused on you than your opponent. Do you think that's worked for y'all so far?
Yeah, well, I mean, with where we are at in terms of experience on the floor, the volleyball is so unique because we just start off right off the bat. We got 13 practices, and then all of a sudden we're playing, and we're trying to teach these young players in steps, and we can't overload them too much in terms of what we're trying to do. And I think the more that we focus on our side of the net and are able to hit the numbers and get comfortable with our routines and play at a confident level, then we can be really, really good. And when we do those, we did that against Oklahoma, had a total of 12% errors below 12%, and that includes hitting errors, service errors, reception errors, blocking errors, ball handling errors, and we can play at a very, very high level. We did that in Game 1 against Texas Tech, and it wasn't as close. The other two games were a little bit closer because we just didn't manage our game as well. So letting these young players of just building their confidence slowly, getting them in those positions where they can be successful is critical, and that's what we're trying to do with Kat coming back from her ACL and getting back on the floor, and Molly being a true freshman. So we've got to do this the right way and be patient with them, but also teach them and get them to the point where they can play at a high level and get confident.
Going into TCU's match, what are you stressing the most for that?
Again, we've got to get balance. We're trying to really open up our offense a little bit more. Hannah did a good job on Saturday afternoon against Tech. We'll continue to get that focus in there and get our middles more involved and get Shadera a little bit more involved. And then really work on continuing to manage our game a little bit better. We can be patient with how well our team's defense is coming along. We can be in a position where we don't have to take risk when the ball is out of system, and that's where we're making most of our errors and making little plays where we're just giving them some opportunities to kind of stay in the match. And those will be the focus for those items will be the focus for Wednesday's match against TCU.